Welcome back to Drifting Drams. I'm Katie.
And I'm Ethan.
Today we have another review for you. We were lucky enough to get our hands on a bottle of the new Sagamore Port Finish. Big shout out to Dusty Dan for helping us secure one of these guys. Can't wait to get into it with you guys.
That port is so oily. It's like chewing on grape skins, which again sounds bad, but it's not. It's delicious. Wow, it's so sweet and spicy up front, and the back end is just like if you've ever seen somebody do like a grape stomp. That's what's happening in my mouth.
They're stomping grapes literally in your mouth.
That's true. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Very large mouth, very small feet.
But I can see what Ethan is saying about the grape skins on the finish. I'm still getting some lingering sweetness there. Like dark port. Maybe, I don't know what type of port it was finished in. Maybe one of you guys can shed some light to us. But I'm guessing it would probably be a ruby port. Just based on the color and the amount of sweetness on it.
So, some stats, because we didn't do that yet. It's 103 proof, which is just about perfect. It's nice because a lot of port finishes are a little bit lower. They come in around like 95, 98. So this one being over 100 is a nice touch. And so this one says it's 6-year-old straight rye whiskey, finished in port from Bordy Vineyards, which actually, so some knowledge on you, that is a local Maryland winery that made a small amount of port. Sagamore wanted to work with them, so they convinced them to make more port so that they could finish whiskey in the barrels. Awesome stuff. So yeah, they've been an additional 2 years and 6 months in those port barrels. So
2 years.
Yeah, if you're talking cumulative, this is almost a 9-year whiskey.
Man.
Yeah, I believe it. It's just. And it's not the finish takes over, because it doesn't. The finish is definitely there, and it's a huge part of it. But the first part of this is just really good rye whiskey. It's sweet and spicy, and it's not holding back. And then you transition to the port, and it just coats your palate, and it's almost like you have an aperitif with you.
I'm getting more of the port influence on the second sip or third sip now. More, I guess, molasses. It's like a dark brown sugar or a molasses. It's not quite burnt molasses by any means, but it's there. It's that demerara sugar that I'm getting.
Yeah, I agree with that. So I would also add that this is my third sip. So the port is moving a little bit forward now. It's more mid to late palate. And the rye is coming back through on the end. And the finish is lingering. And it's actually a combination of rye and port, which is really interesting. I didn't expect that. Again, we've had this bottle open. We've tried it multiple times, different days. And
different weather.
Different weather, different food. This is a unique take on it.
The other thing I think on this one, as you take more sips, it builds, right? You take your first sip and it stays around. It doesn't go away. And then you take another sip and it just builds. And then it still stays there. But you're wanting to get back into the bottle so quickly for that next sip that you just almost rush it. And it's layering flavors in your mouth.
Yeah, I agree. Something this good can do whatever it wants in my mouth. Jesus, this is good.
Sagamore has been putting out some phenomenal whiskeys, phenomenal ryes. I think that the sherry finish was this most recent, fall release. But that rum finish that they did spring, summer, definitely worth the pickup if you can still find it.
And so to clarify, the sherry finish was the most recent wide release. This was actually the most recent release.
Correct.
But these are distillery only. And sometimes a few may get out to distributors, but it's not going to be much. It's not going to be often, and you can't count on that. If you're within an hour or two of Baltimore, absolutely go check it out. They've got an awesome bar. They've got a restaurant on site that had some issues during the dark times that we're hoping comes back to life, because we've heard amazing things about it. But yeah, their grounds are awesome. They're right on the water, gorgeous, great bar, great whiskey, and a great tour as well.
Yeah.
So check them out for sure.
So big shout out again to Dusty, Dan, for giving us this bottle. We really appreciate it. And like I said, hopefully we can share it with some more of you guys. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you don't like the video, let us know that too.
Yep. And so thanks for having us, y'all, and cheers.
Cheers.
I'm gonna take this bottle out back.